Hey, what's up, everybody? So, you're probably wondering, yo, why does this dude have a trash bag over his head? Well, see, for today, I decided to cosplay as the Philadelphia Eagles. Because if there's one thing that me and the Eagles have in common, it's that we're both absolute garbage. I could not breathe in that. How's y'all day going? How'd y'all week go? You haven't seen me in a whole week. This is my second video of the year that y'all get to hear my beautiful voice, see my beautiful covered face, rant about a topic that y'all probably don't give a shit about, but regardless, you're here with me, and thank you. All right, my week has been pretty piss poor. The Eagles got their ass whooped yesterday by the Giants. I really want the season to be over. I've never hated watching a team more than I hate watching this Eagles team. But aside from that, we got to talk about something, right? We have to talk about patience. We all got a little patience in us, right? We can all wait for some things, right? You know, I got some stuff coming in the mail today. I'm waiting on that. I understand it was going to take time. I didn't want to pay for the express shipping, so I just said, fuck it. We're just going to have to wait that whole week and a half for this sweater to come in. Whenever we want to go to a movie and we really ready to watch the movie, we got to sit through all the preview trailers first. That's patience. You in traffic, right? You're trying to get to work. You're trying to get through that rush hour just to get some good lunch. That's patience. All right. You just got to have a little bit of it, right? But when it comes to music, all right, when it comes to music, it is different. You want to have patience and you want to wait for this album. But then what happens when your patience is tested by the artist, right? And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about delays, right? We all know a good old delay that a music artist might do. You know what I mean? SZA is known for this shithousery. She has literally delayed her deluxe album for SOS, what, like 3 times now? How do you delay an album 3 times? At that point, just don't even drop it. I'm not a big fan of delays. I can have a little bit of patience, but when you give me a set time, right, on certain things and I still have to wait, that's what I'm not a fan of. And when it comes to a lot of these album delays that be happening and stuff like that, I'm not a fan of it. Why can't nobody ever actually have things properly set out in an appropriate time? I mean, I think a good example of this would be Tyler, the Creator. He usually tends to have his rollout within like the same month, which feels more appropriate than, you know, just jumping out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop an album, even though I know it's not 100%, so it probably won't even drop on this said date that I just told everybody. So now I have to delay it for a week, and then I got to delay it for another week, and then I got to delay it again and again. I mean, Kanye, another perfect example of this. Kanye has delayed albums multiple times. He's delayed his albums countless times, telling people, oh, it's going to drop on this day, getting people so hyped up for this highly anticipated project that's supposed to change lives and all this bullshit and get more Kanye cock gobblers. But once again, he just delays and makes people want to jump off a bridge. And of course, I mean, it works because he still can, you know, produce that hype, but it's like, dog. It's more the principle of the fact that you have your own fans waiting to this extent that kind of annoys me more than anything else. I mean, it's not surprising to me because if you remember, you know, Donda, of course, his last previous project, that was also delayed multiple times, even though that had a shit ton of promo to it. And it's like just seeing it all come around. It's like, I said it before, it's like, what? Just why even drop it? When you delay it, right? You put it at risk of getting leaked, because just recently SZA went online and wanted to file lawsuits against the hackers for leaking her music. But it's like, dog, you delayed this deluxe project 3 times. Did you really expect people to not get impatient and not leak it? And then especially, you gotta think, in the resale market for leaked music, you can make a lot of money off that. If I had the hacking abilities to get your music, and knowing that you a big artist, and I got the hacking ability to get your music, and I can resell it to a bunch of losers on Discord for $10,000, I'm doing that right now. I'm about to, better yet, I'm like, this is me on the computer. This is me on the computer right now. Like, I have a free opportunity. Maybe, how about you like not delay things multiple times? I mean, and then especially when talking about SZA, like, I know it feels like I am kicking the shit out of a dead horse right now until like a 50-yard field goal, but like, hear me out, right? She has already been known for being very iffy when it comes to actually dropping music, because she'll take like 10, 20, 30 steps back before actually want to drop it, constantly want to tweak things, or maybe just procrastinating very heavily to the point where she was actually forced to drop music. I mean, when she had to drop Control, she had no choice. choice. They literally took our hard drive and was like, drop control, you don't have a choice, stop delaying shit. And it's like, if your label has to literally go to that extent just to get you to drop music, it's like, bro, why do you even do this shit in the first place?
Call on Astro Black whenever and I'll come bless the cat.
Like, and you probably think, oh, well, maybe they just like the process of making music. Maybe they're just perfectionists. I mean, you can say that, right? That is one thing. But do not give people dates. Do not egg people on so hard. Don't give people dates. Don't start doing rollout-esque kind of stuff and then do nothing afterwards. That doesn't make any sense. So whenever I see artists be like, yeah, I'm gonna drop such and such at this specific date, but then you delay it like 1-2 weeks or even a month. Literally, why? What are you doing? What are you doing in the stew? I mean, you can say you're a perfectionist, but it's like at a certain point, you're just annoying the fans. You're annoying the supporters that you even have. I mean, Chief Keef, we are still waiting on Almighty So 2. Almighty So 2 has literally been delayed since the beginning of 2023. Like, I'm not joking. Like, when I was reviewing music, I have literally been waiting for that album to drop since the beginning of the year because I wanted to review that album. I did. I wanted to listen to it and I wanted to review it because I like Chief Keef. But I have been literally waiting, what, a year now? Literally a year now. For Almighty So 2 to drop. Literally at that point, just don't even drop it, man. Just tell people you just scrapped it at that point. I don't even know why you keep pushing the dates along. It doesn't even make any sense. Now, of course, we got to think on the counterpoint of this, right? Oh, well, you know, as I said before, you know, they're perfectionists. Maybe they really want to work their music in a certain sense that'll make it unforgettable. They really want to make some sort of timeless piece of art. I completely understand that. I get that. I can be like that sometimes, you know, whenever I'm making a video, I'm like, I could do a little bit of this and that. But if you know that's the case, do not blue ball people so intentionally if you know this shit is not 100% to your liking. I don't know. I feel like I'm screaming a lot here. Do I sound aggressive to you guys? If I sound aggressive, please let me know in the comments and I will apologize and give you a nice big kiss on the forehead, okay? It's just became a very annoying trend I've seen for a while now in modern mainstream music in which bigger artists continuously keep delaying. Maybe it's a marketing ploy to garner hype. Maybe it is, right? But it's like at the same time, it's like I tend to see it so often to the point where it's like it just became annoying. How much can you delay something for? Drake delayed For All the Dogs. That was clearly just to garner hype. He was 100% done with that album. And then it's just like looking down at the road. For All the Dogs wasn't even all that. It had a couple of banger tracks, but that's usually just how Drake albums go. It's a lot of fluff, a lot of filler with about 1-2 banger tracks. That's usually how Drake albums have been since like 2017. So it's like when I see like, oh, like Drake delayed an album, it's like, did you really need to delay that? You know what I mean? Did you really need to delay For All the Dogs just to try and garner hype? One, you're one of the most biggest hip hop acts of all time. And two, it's like, I mean, you're following, dude, they'll follow you to the depths end, dude. If you gave them $20, they probably would suck your dick. You know what I mean? I don't really think you need to garner any sort of hype than what was already there. But yeah, in conclusion, I just wanted to say, album delays kind of suck ass. But on the contrary, I understand why they happen. You know, I know there's a creative process or label delays too, you know, fuck the labels. I know labels delay things too. But then, you know, you got those special cases of artists who continuously keep pushing back, whether it be A, to garner some sort of hype, or B, because they procrastinate, or C, because they're just over perfectionists to the point where it kind of destroys any creative process they had, because the final product usually tends to sound mediocre as fuck, and they wasted all of their time with all this delaying. Yeah, listen, I gotta go cry in my sleep just thinking about the fact of how much of a failure the Eagles are, and then after that, I don't know. What do you even do after you cry? Can somebody tell me what you do after you cry? What do you do? You just go get something to eat? I don't know. But I'll see y'all later. Peace. Alright, so now that my rant is over, I can now tell you guys to not go to sleep tonight. But if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe as well. Follow my IG and Twitter, and follow Chocolate on Instagram for more illustrations. And on that note, I'll see you guys next time when I start a GoFundMe for a $350 Gundam I found. Peace.
Drop the drum! It's okay, nigga. I got that.